Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So apparently yesterday was was the Golden Globe. I had no idea. Apparently nobody knew either. Nobody had that the show was on. So they broke another viewership record of 6.3 million, and probably most of them live in California. But you know what? The person they chose to host the show, because they didn't have one last year, because they didn't have a black guy to host it, so they found a black guy to host the show. And oh my god, man, I laughed so hard. It's an individual. Apparently, he's a comedian. I don't know this guy, to be honest with you. I don't know who this guy is. Jerrod Carmichael, I guess that's his name. Um, but he had a fun opening where he called out the entire Hollywood racist, the entire organization racist, and blah blah blah. But don't let me ruin it for you. I'll play the video so you guys can hear it for yourself, because this was the funniest thing I heard.
Welcome to the 80th annual Golden Globe Awards. I am your host, Jerrod Carmichael.
Jerrod, sorry, Jerrod.
Sure. And I'll tell you why I'm here. I'm here because I'm black.
By the way, he was not making a joke.
I'll catch everyone in the room up if you settle down a little bit. I'll tell you what's been going on. This show, the Golden Globe Awards, did not air last year because the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, which I won't say they were a racist organization, but they didn't have a single black member until George Floyd died. So do with that information what you will. I'll tell you how I got here. Why am I here on the stage, you guys, tonight? Well, I was at home. Drinking tea, and I got a phone call from my man, Stephen Hill. Stephen Hill's a great producer, and he said, Jerrod, really, I'm honored to be making this phone call. He said, I'm producing the 80th Golden Globes, and it would be an honor if you would agree to join as the host. I was like, whoa. You know, like 1 minute you're making mint tea at home. The next you're invited to be the black face of an embattled white organization. Like really comes at you fast, you know. So I said, Stephen, I'm torn. I'll be honest with you. I'm a little torn because, one, it's a great opportunity. Thank you for the call. But I'm only being asked to host this, I know, because I'm black. And Stephen said, let me stop you right there, Jerrod. He said, you were being asked to host this show because you're talented. You're being asked to host this show because you're charming. He said, you're being asked to host this show because you were one of the greatest comedians of a generation.
So they just fed him a bunch of lies.
Stephen's black, so what does he know? Like, he's only producing this show because he's black. They're not going to tell him why he's here either. So I said, Stephen, this is a lot for me. Let me call you back. So I did what I do when I have a moral, racial dilemma. I called the homegirl Avery, who, for the sake of this monologue, represents every black person in America. And I said to Avery, they asked me to host the Golden Globes. And I said, what should I do? And she said, oh, Bookie, I'm so proud of you. Now, remind me, which award show was that again? And I told her what the show was, and I told her about how last year didn't air because of the no black people thing. And she was like, well, how much are they paying you? And I said, well, Avery, it's not about the money, honestly. It's about the moral question of whether I should allow. And she said, Jerrod, enough of that. How much are they paying you? And I said, $500,000. And she said, boy, if you don't put on a good suit and take them white people money. And I kind of forget that, like, where I'm from, like, we all live by a strict take the money mentality. I bet black informants for the FBI in the 60s, like, their families were still proud of them. Like, they were like, you heard about Clarence's new job? They paid him $8 an hour just to snitch on Dr. King. It's a good government job.
So this is about 7 minutes long. So I don't know. YouTube probably we're gonna flag it for like copyrights crap. So I don't know. But this guy is so on point. And the reason I'm gonna tell you this is because I'm gonna tell you guys a story. A good friend of mine, I interviewed him. I believe it was like last year or a couple of years ago. Both Svensson. I worked. Him and I would go way back. I had a friend of mine ask me. His wife. She was looking for sponsors. She had written a screenplay or whatever it was. So she wanted some guidance. So I was like, you know what? Who better than Bo? He's been in the industry for many years. He's well connected. He's an honest guy, and he doesn't BS. He'll tell you exactly what you need to hear. So I put him in contact. She's Brazilian. She has a Brazilian name and last name. So as she was talking to him, her husband, which is a good friend of mine, was texting me of this guy is such a racist, he's a misogynistic, blah 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 blah. I'm like, what is he telling her? He was telling me like, oh, she'll never get anywhere with that name, she'll never get anywhere with that attitude. Her profile is very vague. She doesn't have enough information. She needs to get her head out of her where, because she's living in La La Land. That's not how Hollywood works. Basically everything he was saying, he was telling her that Hollywood is racist. He even told her that she needs to change her name because her name will not get her anywhere. She definitely needs to change her name. She needs to go under a pseudo or something. So they get off the phone, they call me, they're like, dude, this guy is full of BS and blah blah blah. I'm like, this guy is not full of BS. He's he'll tell you what you need to. He is not going to tell you what you need to hear. He'll tell you the truth. He'll tell you the truth in a way that how Hollywood works. He mentions many. There's a lot of things that he mentioned that I'm not going to say it here. And after that phone call, a couple months later, I went to Bo. I met with him. I went to his house. We sat, we talked, we laughed, and he was telling me how she is very naive when it comes down to Hollywood. So, and Jerrod proves the point. I saw a lot of comments saying, "Oh, this was so cringe," blah 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 blah. I mean, he pointed out the hypocrisy. The first thing he said, "Because I'm black, I'm here." It's very true, because Hollywood is full of virtue signalers. That's all they do is virtue signal. When something happens, everybody becomes an activist for that purpose, for that topic, for that reason. Next thing will be American Indians. Guess what? The next host will be American Indian, because they virtue signal. He was right. Like, there was no black people on the thing. And to me, honestly, like, if you're talented, I don't care about the color. If you're talented, you're talented. If you're funny, you're funny. I like many of the black comedians out there. My God, they make me laugh like to a point of tears. I don't care what color they are, as long as the jokes are good, as long as the acting is good. And there's a lot of good black actors, athletes. I don't care about their skin color. I really don't care. If they are providing material that are funny, entertaining, or amusing, or whatever it is, I'm gonna watch it. Music, I love it. There are many talented individuals, but he's right. The way Hollywood works, Hollywood is racist. This is why Hollywood is a trap. This is why Hollywood works the way it works. They virtue signal. They put people in positions that will, give them more viewership because that's all they want. They don't care about the person. They don't care about you. They care about the money. That's how Hollywood is. So, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. But I think Jerrod, man, you're on point, bro. I got nothing against you. I got nothing to tell you. That I'm not even going to criticize you because you hit every point. The reason you're there because you're black. Period. That's it. They virtue signaled. They offered you $500,000 and they brought you on. And I don't even know who you are, to be honest with you. Never seen any of your materials. Never heard of your name. But good for you, made it there. But I hope you made it there for a good reason. And I think the reason was for you to make that monologue and let the audience know and everybody else know how Hollywood works. So, peace out.